if you already have clients, then what you're going to do is you filter all your customers, okay? And you're going to filter them by the following. You're going to see who spent the most amount of money, who stayed the longest, and who complained the least, and who got the best results. 4 criteria, okay? Who spent the most, who stayed the longest, complained the least, and who got the best results. And then you're going to have your whole market, right? Okay, let's say I'm going to draw a triangle here. Let's say this is your market, all right? And so this is going to be split into 2 parts. You're going to have your top 20%, and then you're going to have the bottom 80%, all right? So this is top 20, and then we have 80% of people here. All right, and this is filtered by this criteria that I mentioned, okay? I put this next. And so who you want as your customers are these people at the top, obviously, okay? These are the people that you want. And so you're going to find out what they have in common. And what do I mean here? Well, if it's B2B, you can filter by revenue, okay? So annual, monthly, mostly you get annual numbers, right? Or employee size, industry, right? You have all these things that you can see. And so you're going to filter by this criteria. You're going to find the top 20% of this whole list, and then you're going to see all the criteria that they have in common. And this right here becomes your ICP, okay? And ICP stands for Ideal Customer Profile, which is obvious, right? This is your ideal client. This is who you want. Okay, so you're going to have criteria now based on the commonalities of your best clients, and that now becomes your very qualified ICP. Okay, this green thing right here. Now, you're going to have people who are the complete opposite of this, all right? They're so low on the other end that they're not qualified at all. And then you have these people in the middle. What do we do with those? Well, there's multiple parts, and it kind of depends a bit on the industry. But what you want to do here is you can try to serve them if they got results, okay? Sometimes the split is very obvious, and it's really clear that the 80% of your customers aren't really the best. Like, they're just not. Sometimes it turns out that this whole thing is split into 3 parts, okay? So you might have like another line right here, and that's just like the other 20%, and then you have the rest is 60, something like that. And those 20 are in this middle range where they're not terrible, like they can get results, but they're not as good as this top 20% right here. Okay, so you can serve those as well, but in your CRM, whatever you're using, you're going to assign a different tag to them about a different type of customer, and this is ICP2. This is lower priority. Okay, so if you have nothing to work on for the primary ICP, only then you can work on this other one. Or you could say, okay, let's send these people to a self-checkout. Let's have more automated nurture sequences, and the upper one is more hands-on. So this is if you already have clients. Okay, so all of this is if you have customers and you can actually analyze this. And you're going to need at least 30 customers to actually do this. If you have less than 30 customers, you just don't have enough data. Okay, so all of the stuff that you're filtering doesn't really mean anything because you get 5 people more and suddenly your whole 20% looks completely different. All right, 30 is really the minimum. I'd go even higher, like 50 plus customers that you can analyze.